with 8:10 left here in the second half. Natalie Dermis to trigger it in. Dermis fires. Sent here to Krupe. Off to Emily Arnold. And down again to Colano. Colano unable to get around Nina Nickman. And Emily Arnold will fire it back in. Again to Colano. Rolls in to the keeper, Sepik. And booted back to center. Play there by Dermis. Looking on the chase down to the sophomore Katie Erickson. Out of play. Grace Chambers will reload here for Laurel Highlands. As we go under 7 minutes left here in the second half. Up next on the Laurel Highlands side, a game at Penn Trafford. We'll see the Mustangs here at home on the South Union Township Sports Network again next week when they host Greater Latrobe.
Re-entry for Laurel Highlands, number 5, Amanda Means, and number 15, Kristen Marvel.
On the Norwin side, they'll have some rivalry games coming up next week as they come in open space again. Nice little move back to her left. And a shot on goal there by Lexi Kendro. Save made by Sepik, but not out. Still loose out in front, and offside's called here, denying the goal from Lexi Colano. We mentioned the Knights some rivalry games coming up. They'll play at Connellsville in their next contest before games at Penn Trafford and a home game against Hempfield. The game against Penn Trafford will be a fundraising game for the American Cancer Society. There's Boydum again, off to her right with 5:43 to play. Touched down there by Tar. The Mustangs unable to generate an attack. Emily Arnold going crossfield on the far side, down to Natalie Dermis. The Knights stay on the attack. Dermis down the far side there with Erickson. Shot on goal. Sepik able to get a piece of it, but it's deflected home again. Looks like the goal is going to be credited here to Morrow O'Donnell, number 32. That'll be O'Donnell's first of the game. We'll take another timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network. 5:16 left here in the second half. The lead now at 7-0, Norwin over Laurel Highlands. Back in a moment.
Tonight's soccer game is being brought to you in part by Dr. Michael Lemontowski and Surgical Associates, 10 Highland Park Drive here in Uniontown. They can be reached at 724-439-6340. Good luck to the area teams from Dr. Michael Lemontowski. Diane Zinn is a lifelong resident of this area and has been a full-time real estate agent for 20 years. She is an associate broker at Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty and has been a multi-million-dollar producer agent. Considering a relocation to our area, Diane can be helpful in specific areas that might be of interest to you, guiding you in buying that perfect home for your family and providing mortgage avenues for financing your dream home. If you need a market value for your home, this service is also provided with the knowledge that only a full-time realtor can provide in our current sales market. Diane will take the necessary time to help you find that ultimate dream home and will also take the time to market your home to get the best possible market value for you. Look for a full-time realtor with integrity, professionalism, and the knowledge of the real estate market. Call Diane Zinn today at 724-437-7100.
Norwin goal by number 32, Maura O'Donnell.
Back here on the South Union Township Sports Network, Mara O'Donnell, the last Norwin goal. The lead now at 7-0 for the Knights over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. We'll have a continuous clock the rest of the way, with the score being 7-0. The Mustangs kept it close early on. The Knights' lead was only 2-0 at halftime as Boydum looks to boot it back into the box. But over the final 12 minutes of this game, you can kind of sense Norwin wearing down Laurel Highlands. In fact, over the last 7 minutes, 3 goals have been scored by Michaela Livingston, Lexi Kendrow, and Mara O'Donnell. Kendrow with a hat trick tonight. Alyssa Victor, Emily Harrigan, Michaela Livingston, and Mara O'Donnell, the other goal scorers for the Knights, who with a win here tonight will improve to 6-0 overall and 4-0 in the conference. Lauren Zaper-Karcher in her second year doing a nice job again for the Knights, and they're going to get goal number 8 loose out in front here. Might have been O'Donnell again. We'll double check.
The Norwin goal by number 10, Michaela.
No, it was actually Michaela Livingston, number 10. Both Livingston and O'Donnell were in the vicinity, but Livingston picks up her second of the game, so she has a brace tonight. The Knights now have scored 4 goals here in the last 8 minutes of this game to now lead by a score of 8-0. As we said, with the win, they'll improve to 6-0 overall and 4-0 in the conference. The loss will drop Laurel Highlands to 2-3 overall and 0-3 in conference play. And with the 8 goals the Knights have put up so far tonight, they've now outscored their opponents 51-1 so far this season. If they hang on to a shutout here today, it'll be their 5th straight shutout of the season. A little touch there, just going high and wide from Michaela Livingston. She's out there looking for the HT, and Livingston, who's headed to the University of Dayton next year, certainly has gotten her senior season off to a nice start. Has done a nice job on the front line with Emily Harrigan. Harrigan also with a goal tonight, coming off a hat trick last time out against Connellsville. Final 2:17. Played back here to the keeper Wexel, up to Emily Arnold again on the near side. Arnold trying to dance around Kristen Marmol. As Laurel Highlands is trying to break the shutout streak of the Knights right now. Haley Sutton battling there with Lexi Colano. Free kick here for the Knights. Be taken again by Jess Boydum, who again is headed down to Blacksburg next year in Virginia Tech. And Boydum, nice leg there. Traffic out in front, and the ball will go out of play on the far side. We mentioned the Norwin players going to big-time schools next year. Marley Smith, who we've seen defensively here today for the Knights, headed to Duquesne next year. Michaela Livingston, we've mentioned a couple of times, headed to Dayton. Taylor Krupe will be playing at Seton Hill. Lexi Colano playing at the University of Cincinnati. Abby Tarosky at St. Francis of Pennsylvania. And Jess Boydum at Virginia Tech. So that's 6 players here tonight on the Norwin side that have already committed to playing soccer on the next level, and many of those programs, big-time soccer programs. In fact, 5 of the 6 D1 programs. It's still nice for Krupe to play at the next level at Seton Hill, as the shot there from Victor just goes high. In the final 45 seconds. So the Knights looking strong again, and the next question for head coach Lauren Zaper-Karcher. Can they keep this dominance going throughout the course of the regular season and pick up a playoff win this year? The Knights surprised by Plum, losing a 1-0 first-round playoff game last year after bowing out after a 14-2 regular season in 2013 to Cannon Mac. You have to go back to 2010, the last time the Knights played for a WPIAL championship when they lost to Peters Township in the championship game. And they'll come away here with an 8-0 win over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and improve to 6-0 on the season. Your final score, the Norwin Knights 8 and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 0. Tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CU TV, J.R. Wheeler, Gary Smith, and their staff. Get a Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupay. Your final score, Norwin 8, Laurel Highlands 0. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation.